Hello and welcome back everybody to F124 My Team Career Mode. This is episode number 11 as we are heading to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. I remember in the last episode I said that the next race was Mexico. Now Mexico is going to be the race after this one. And we're coming back coming off the back of an amazing win
And a warm welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
So as I was saying, we are coming back off a win in where was it? Monza, yes. Okay, it took me a second to remember. And as always, I keep forgetting to change my worn out parts before qualifying. So we're having to do it now, meaning we might get maximum one run in this qualifying. So all to play for right now as we're trying to make our way into Q2 as the rest of the field is exiting the pits now for their flying run. Now we might manage to make or get a second run if we do a cooldown lap, which is what I hope we had the idea of doing in this situation. As with traffic, obviously I'm gonna have to slow down in areas where normally I wouldn't slow down that much for. And thank you for that information. And for example, right here, I had to brake a bit too early. Brake a bit earlier than normal because Bottas was in the way. As we're making our way to the end of the first sector, 4 tenths up on Albon, 4.5 tenths on Albon. As right now to the end of sector 2, getting past Lance Stroll very nicely over there, with no any slow downs, no hindering on our flying lap. It wasn't the best idea. We should have just went out and did a flying run with the rest of the grid, but as we are gonna now head onto the long straight with the it is the longest straight on the calendar, isn't it? As we cross the line up into P13 now. That might not be enough as we get out of the way for Lance Stroll as he begins his final flying lap. We're gonna we did a cooldown lap and we're just gonna waste down all our battery going down the pit straight to start our second flying run on the same set of tires, not really worn out, as you can see at the bottom left, right. Flip it on, I keep saying left for some reason. As this is definitely going to be our final run in Q1, and hopefully with the time that we lost on our previous run due to traffic, we're going to gain it back in the braking zones. As you can see, already up 3 tenths. Bad exit over there, cost us some time as we get pushed down to P14, so we're saved technically, but I might as well just finish the run as the final straight is approaching. I'm a bit tired, excuse me everyone. But yeah, we gained up to 5 tenths of time.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P13.
Not an issue as we pick up a slipstream from Lance Stroll as he's heading into the pits, but that actually cost us time instead of giving us a little bit of a gain, but that's enough to make us go through into Q2. And P11 in the first qualifying session is decent, considering that we had no time to get back to the pitch and put on a new set of tires if we wanted to. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would just go on the same old set to save ourselves a fresh set of softs in case we need it in the race, which I think it is available to us, even if we make it to Q3. I'm not so sure actually. But yeah, Q2 right now, we're hoping to get into Q3. I mean, this is probably one of the circuits I'm good at, I guess. Even though it is a street circuit and the walls are closing in very fast, we have no issue this isn't Monaco, obviously. This is like more of a high-speed Monaco with less walls to crash into. Only Sector 2 could be an issue for us because of how tight it is as we navigate our way through the old castle section at the back over there. The tightest or the narrowest bit of road that an F1 car drives on in Formula 1. As it's basically almost like, what is it, like 3 point something meters wide. So yeah, you can definitely not go side by side in there and make it out the other side in one piece. As onto the pit straight we go now, getting past the DRS detection. Obviously with it being qualifying, DRS is always going to be on for us, as we're going to try and cross the line to set a fast lap time. I believe that was a used tire run from Q1, as we are down at P13 as we start our second flying run. Now this is a new set, and immediately we can see improvement of the exit of turn 1, as we are already at 10th up, and by the time we reach turn 2 we lose some time, surprisingly. Why did we lose time? Did I use ERS at this bit? Yeah, we're not going to use ERS here, as this is a new set, so we can mitigate the losses that we had. Yes, I just mentioned that, my friend. But yeah, we are losing a little bit of time, and as you can see in the top right, we actually went down on our first sector. Probably gained time on someone, on Hulkenberg, whose time is being noted on the leaderboards on the top left, as we are now up 9/10 on our previous lap time, with the fastest middle sector of anyone, as we're gonna now cross the line in a moment after we turn on our DRS to shed off some drag, as we cross the line P1 a whole second quicker than Leclerc, who's in second, and we maintain that going into Q3 comfortably. I mean, not comfortably. Leclerc went on a second run, and he was actually pretty close, about 300ths of a second behind. 400, it was like 0.037 seconds slower. So yeah, 400s more like, if you want to round up, you know, if you want to be a bit technical. Anyway, Q3, we're going out on the medium set of tires. Apparently we didn't want to burn another set of softs, so a medium just to set a banker lap for what should be our final flying run in a couple of moments. As yeah, really, honestly, I don't know why I make these segments very long. I just have no... Sometimes it's like my brain just doesn't want to work, and I have nothing to say, as yeah, you just get a bit of wheel spin there. Medium tires not showing the most optimal grip at the exit of corners. If you listen carefully, yeah, you would have been, or you could have been able to hear. It would have been, I don't know, man. English again. I can't speak it very well, but a little bit of ERS usage at the twisty final bit of the circuit, as we cross the line at 141.4. But definitely room to improve, because we were on the medium tires. Now we are the first. It's either that we're the first or the last people to cross the line, but I'm pretty sure we are the first people to cross the line to start our final flying lap, and this time on the soft tires. We should be gaining time all the way around the track, as only a 10th up as we make it past turn 2 and into turn 3 we go. This is a very tricky braking zone for me for some reason. Sometimes I just mess it up a little bit, and you just end up in the wall on the other side. As by the end of sector 2 we are about 4.5 tenths up on our previous time, and gaining on our medium tire run, as through the twisty bit In the final sector, we go now heading to the pit straight. ERS being deployed fully. Overtake is being turned on, and as we turn on the DRS to cross the line, how far or where do we qualify for this race? It's P3 for us in the race. Very nice qualifying session.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have the owner driver, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Russell, Hamilton, Gasly, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Albon, Bottas, Ocon, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Sargent, Joe, and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
We're still in with a chance of winning this title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
Alright, so I don't know what Mark's talking about, but I believe that because we're in third currently on the Drivers' Championship, that we actually mathematically have a chance of winning the title. But realistically, I don't think it is possible, considering the fact that our car is inferior to the rest of the cars around us, being the Ferraris and the McLarens. Red Bull has dropped off a little bit in performance over the last couple of races, not qualifying as high as normal. Like, as you can see, Verstappen has qualified behind us. But like, I mean, to be fair, I am out driving the car, and also, to be honest, the difficulty I've set the game to is a bit lower than what it actually should be. So we do fix that issue in the next season, because, you know, let's keep it fair and realistic. If we change the difficulty now, then I don't know, like it would affect how the videos handle or go through, as we're ready to go racing in Azerbaijan for 5 red lights for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go, as the front two both of them get a good start off the line, and Leclerc has the inside line on Lando Norris and takes the lead of the race, as Verstappen is also alongside us going into turn 1, and we're on the outside line. We might have a better chance of getting a good exit on Verstappen, and we maintain 3rd place. So Leclerc takes the lead of the race with Lando Norris behind him in 2nd, ourselves in 3rd. And see, this is what I was talking about. Turn 3 is a bit of a tricky thing to have, and also with like race trim cars, you know, very high fuel, more weight compared to qualifying, and less grip because of the medium tires. They're just I don't know, they're still not like at their optimal operating temperatures, as we have another hard time navigating the streets of Baku and through the castle section. Luckily we were not stupid over there and hitting the wall to prematurely end our race, as a decent start keeps us in P3 with the rest of the pack chasing behind us. Lando Norris and Leclerc have built a quite sizable gap from us and the rest of the field, as they're gonna try and battle it out for P1, and we're gonna hopefully try and defend Verstappen going into turn 1 at the end of this lap, as very high opportunity of overtaking down the long straight with slipstream and ERS usage for this lap only, as DRS is currently being enabled after the end of the first lap. So lap 2 we have DRS, and we are quite close enough to Lando Norris to probably make a move into turn 3 if we're brave on the brakes, but Norris gets a good launch off the exit of turn 2 and actually builds a small gap before we start closing him down, and into turn 3 we make contact, but no damage luckily for us. So race is not over as of right now, as once again we have Lando Norris close in front on the hard tire. He's gonna definitely go long on those hard compound tire, as we are now very close to him. Leclerc has pulled a 2.3 second or 1.3 second gap to Norris, so he doesn't have DRS up ahead, so we're gonna have probably an easy time overtaking him into turn 1 as he defends the inside line. We have yellows behind us, as we're gonna sail past him and swoop around the outside to take P2 in the race. Surprisingly, see, this is exactly what I was talking about with the Red Bulls. They're not that quick anymore in our version of the F1 24 season. Beginning of the season, they were pretty fast. They were consistently at the front. But yeah, the performance just dropped off. I mean,
okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
Yeah, okay, so Lance Stroll has retired, and that's probably what caused the yellow flags in the first place. As the next car ahead is Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. And we just keep setting fastest lap after fastest lap as we are trying to catch up to the Ferrari up ahead, and by lap 7 we have done that pretty nicely, as we are now within DRS striking range of the Ferrari ahead, as going down to turn 15, another tricky braking zone. It is turn 15, so I'm not so sure, as now I am sure it is turn 15. I'm confident it is, and I'll pull it up after I finish recording to make sure. But we are now within DRS striking range, as I said previously, on Charles Leclerc, as down the straight we go. We actually also pulled a very good gap on Lando Norris, because mainly because of the hard compound tires that he has on, as we swoop around the outside of Leclerc and gonna get off the track over there. Messed up our exit, and Leclerc gets back into the lead of the race. So an attempt to take first place off the Ferrari has failed, but we still have a second chance going down towards turn 3, and once again we are taking the outside line, and we're gonna swoop around him and into the lead of the race we go. So once again we take the lead of the race away from a Ferrari 2 races in a row. We did it previously at the Italian Grand Prix, and once again here in Azerbaijan, as Leclerc still has a chance to retake the lead of the race, as he is very close behind and definitely within striking distance, as we kind of clip the wall over there, causing a little bit of damage to our front right, but nothing to worry about for the moment. But Leclerc looks like he's going to be pitting, possibly to try and undercut us, as we are going to head into the pits on lap 10, as our pit window has opened. We are putting on the soft compound tire, and a throwback to our little aggressive strategy from earlier in the season, where we have a slower tire and then put on the softs to mitigate any time lost from the drivers that pitted behind us. Example, Leclerc, who just is definitely going to get past us by the time we exit the pits, as I think that's... Is that... Where is he? I can't see him. But... And we had a problem with the left front. He said right front, but it looked like it was the left front. As you can see, Leclerc is right over there. He is 5 seconds ahead. But hopefully with the soft tire, we should be able to catch up to him by the end of this race. As I also forgot to note that Lando Norris is also pitted on the same lap as us. So the hard compound didn't go that far realistically, but we're still with the tire advantage of the softs. So even though they're wearing out pretty quickly, we managed to catch up to Leclerc by lap 15, as we are now within DRS striking distance of under a second to him, with Lando Norris long gone. He's behind us and nowhere near for the moment, as we're going to have a chance now on Leclerc going into turn 1 as soon as we get past this second sector. We're already past it, actually. The end over there, it was right behind us. But now with DRS, as soon as we cross the detection point, we're going to have a good chance of overtaking him. But we're going to try and do it before the DRS, as we were very close. But no, we weren't close enough to do that, as with ERS usage, we're definitely going to sail past him and round the outside we go into turn 1 and into the lead of the race once again. But Leclerc once again has a chance to get back at us into turn 3. He is close enough, and with DRS he should be able to maybe make a move, possibly, as we are kind of weaving on the straight to break the toe behind us, and successfully did that, as he is still behind us. But yeah, I'm assuming the tire advantage is still there between the soft and the hard, as he actually is looking for a move down the inside over here, but we kind of close the door on him and try and defend from him once again, as we're gonna begin the final lap of this race not any moment now. It is now, as we're gonna cross the line, but Leclerc with DRS behind us is gonna try and make a move on us down the inside into turn 1. He is already on the inside of our car, as we are just holding out. I don't know how, but we have the straight line speed against a DRS activated Ferrari, but he actually looks for a move down the inside of turn 2 and almost was successful with it, as he actually managed to give us DRS down the... Oh no, wait, we did not get DRS. Neither of us got DRS. That's actually weird. As into turn 3 we go. We are still side by side, as I believe the soft tire has gone off at this stage of our stint, as we're now equal to a hard tire in terms of pace. And this little skirmish that we had brought in Lando Norris for a chance of winning the race, as this is going to be a 3-way battle to the line, as the three drivers, or the three of us, I'm one of those drivers, the three of us are close enough to try and finish ahead of one another, as we are still in the lead thanks to the tight middle sector. No chances of overtaking over there, but with the long straight and us not having DRS, we are very vulnerable, hugely vulnerable is what I was about to say. But yeah, we are very vulnerable to the two cars behind us, who are definitely going to have DRS, and hopefully an entertaining end to this race, as through the squiggly section of sector 3 before the pit straight, we crossed it just now, as DRS activated for the two drivers behind us, but they don't seem to be close enough to take the win from us, as we cross the line to take victory in Azerbaijan. A wonderful race from us, brilliantly thought out strategy, I believe, as we crossed the line to finish in first place, and that makes it 2 wins in a row, so yeah, that's very nice as well.
And begins another Azerbaijan Grand Prix. A fascinating race and a well-deserved victory.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long way to go.
The faces on our top 3 look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Okay, so a race win, 2 races in a row we have won, which is good for us. I mean, and again, we're still mathematically I can't speak, for God's sake. We're still mathematically in for a chance to win the Drivers' Championship, but I realistically think that we have no chance of winning the championship. Also, note, we are going to start saving up resource points for the inevitable regulation changes that are probably going to come by the end of the season. If nothing happens, then we have resource points to use early on in the season. But hopefully with saving the resource points, we are going to mitigate any lost progress from our upgrades that we have done throughout the season. So as you can see, this is probably like the last upgrade we're going to do come next race. And here are the standings once again for you guys. Currently sitting in 3rd with 138 points, and team-wise, we are sitting in 5th with 139 points. Remember, our teammate has scored points in the Dutch Grand Prix. Thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.